On this episode of West Chicago Model Railroad, let's take a look at the Lionel Vision Line Southern Pacific Golden State GS-3 locomotive. Hi folks, Matt here with West Chicago Model Railroad. So the reason I said quick glance is that I'm not going to be doing a full review of this engine today. And the reason is a major feature of this engine is unfortunately not working. This is a Vision Line GS-3 from Lionel, and it's supposed to have cylinder steam, which means we have steam coming out of the front cylinders on both sides. Now the problem is it functions correctly on the fireman's side, but on the engineer's side, which is the side that we're looking at right now, it unfortunately does not work. And I spent an entire weekend trying to get it to work, and it's not working. So I am actually sending this back to get a replacement engine. And when it comes back, I'm actually going to do a full review then. But for now, I did want to get a video on this on YouTube because number one, it's a fantastically beautiful engine, and I just kind of wanted to get it out there so people could see it. And number two, I haven't seen anybody else post anything, even just like photos on this engine. So just for those who are thinking about getting one, well, I wanted to get something out there so people could see for themselves what it looks like. Okay, so to start things out, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room here, and this is a Lionel What If paint scheme, okay? So this is their rendition of what a GS-3 would be painted if it were to pull the Golden State passenger train. So the Golden State was a named passenger train that ran between Chicago and Los Angeles from 1902 to 1968 on the Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific Railroad, which is also short for Rock Island, and the Southern Pacific Company. And basically, these two railroad companies got together and decided to make a beautiful passenger train that ran from Chicago to Los Angeles. And they wanted to compete with like the Super Chief and the El Capitan and all the rest of the little trains that kind of went from Chicago to Los Angeles. This was supposed to be like a super high profile, glamorous, train trip from Chicago to Los Angeles. So I didn't want to delve too deep into this engine because I am going to be doing a full review on it when I get it back and it's functioning fully. But I did want to touch on just a couple of quick points. So this is part of Lionel's Vision Line series, which is their, creme de la creme of models. And the one thing that I really liked on this particular engine was the cylinder steam effect from the front, because I've never had an engine with that before. So I was really excited about that. And then, of course, I was really bummed that didn't work. But, things happen, and, it's a train engine. It'll go back. I'll get a new one. I'm sure it'll be fine when it gets here. I have plenty of other stuff to run while it's away. So no need for tears on this particular engine. But I really am impressed with the colors here. I was really blown away. When I purchased this, there wasn't any pictures out there or photos. The only thing that was available was the Lionel catalog photo. And obviously sometimes that is not super accurate as we've come to know. But when I pulled this out of the box, I was just like blown away. I really love this gold plating here, and it goes all the way down into the tender as well. So again, I just wanted to point out a really couple of awesome things. When I first obviously took this out of the box, the white on the drivers, on the wheels is great. The paint job is perfect. It is spot on for, the Golden State colors. And I'm really going to enjoy running this. And I'm actually going to enjoy doing a full review on it when I get back fully functional. So I'm sure everyone's next question is, Matt, you don't ever model anything Southern Pacific on your railroad. why did you get this engine? So I do have a legitimate answer for you on that. Number one is that I really wanted a Vision Line locomotive, and a steam locomotive to be correct. And the problem in the past is that they're just usually just too large to run on my curves. Like I said before, in the past, my maximum curve rating on my outer loop is 0.48. So anything above that usually is just, I can't run. Now, I can get away with 0.54 most of the time. This is rated for 0.54, but the thing that kind of sets this apart is that it has the kinematic drawbar on it. And what that does is when you go around a curve, the drawbar kind of stretches out a little bit, and it allows you to take a smaller turn with using a larger locomotive. And this helped me out a lot. It actually goes around my 0.48 curves like butter smooth. Like, I don't have any issues with this on my 0.48 curves. So if you're out there and you want a Vision Line steam locomotive and you have 0.48 curves, well, you can do it. Now, anything lower than 0.48, I can't really comment on because I don't know. But I do know that it works on mine. Haven't had any problems with it. And it's definitely gone around forwards and backwards. And it's been like spot on perfect for me. Now, number two, this was not my first choice. My first choice was, and you probably already know, was the BNSF version. Yes, they made a BNSF version. Back after the merger, BNSF merger, sometime after that, Southern Pacific worked with BNSF, and they repainted the 4449. It was painted all black. They put BNSF logos on it, and it was used as an employee appreciation train that I believe just kind of ran, around the western side of the United States. So that was an actual engine that was used. And again, it was just a repainted 4449, but it was, an actual engine. That, unfortunately, was not available. And I'm guessing that not a lot of people pre-ordered it, so it was probably came into stock and went out pretty quickly. So if you didn't pre-order one of those, you probably weren't going to get one. So I kept looking, and again, I'm not a Southern Pacific guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Southern Pacifics are fantastic. I love the GS locomotives. They're awesome. But when I came to this, I noticed that it was, or Lionel had nicknamed it, the Golden State. And a couple of kind of bells rang in my head, and I was like, well, I love Rock Island Railroad. Right behind this is actually a Rock Island Aero train. So I decided, you know what? Okay, well, if I can't get the BNSF, then I'm really okay with the Golden State What If locomotive that Lionel, released as well. So it was either between the two. It was between the BNSF or, the Golden State. If there weren't any other kind of themes or schemes available, I probably wouldn't have purchased one. All right, so let's cut the chatter here, and let's actually get this thing started up, and we'll run it around the layout a few times. All right, so let's get started up. I am pulling a Lionel Golden State Vision baggage car, and the other three cars behind it are K-Line 18-inch Golden State scale aluminum cars. And I do have actually a few more of those, but we'll put those on when we do the full review, later on when I get the engine back.
Yard office to SP4428. Make a pull to the pit to top her off. Over. Okay, let's get to work. SP4428. Out. Southern Pacific 4428 to the dispatcher. Ready to roll. Can I pull? Over.
Okay, folks, well, thank you for watching this quick overview of this Lionel Vision Line Southern Pacific Golden State GS-3 steam locomotive. Again, I will be doing a full review in the future when I get the fully functional model back. And we'll go over all the features, go in for closer looks at more details, go over all the sounds, and just do like a full complete detail of the engine. But again, I just wanted to kind of get something out there on this. It definitely deserves a video out there on YouTube. It's a beautiful engine. I really love it. I'm actually kind of blown away by the paint job. I like it, but again, I am a Rock Island guy. I model Rock Island, so this kind of gets closer to home for me than, probably some. But again, folks, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful night.